Diablo 4, the highly anticipated sequel to the beloved action role-playing game series, has finally arrived, bringing with it a familiar formula of addictive hack-and-slash action and a loot system that keeps players coming back for more. With stunning graphics, a dark, bleak atmosphere, and a wealth of loot to collect, Diablo 4 offers a thrilling experience for fans of the series and action RPG enthusiasts alike. Although while the game successfully delivers on many fronts, it does fall short of perfection due to its lack of innovation and repetitive elements. Right off the bat, Diablo 4 provides plenty of customization options, allowing you to completely personalize your gameplay experience. With 5 distinct classes to choose from, including the Barbarian, Druid, Necromancer, Sorceress, and Rogue, players can not only select how their character will look, but also completely alter their playstyle. Each class has its own special abilities, skill tree, and playstyle, ensuring each one feels as diverse and unique as the next. Suffice it to say, expect to spend a long time in the character customization menu. Once you've perfected your first character and entered the grim world of Diablo 4, you are welcomed to a 10-minute long cutscene which immediately sets the grim dark tone that will permeate through the rest of your experience. This cutscene, like the many that follow it, is incredibly cinematic, offering a stunning glimpse into Diablo 4's impressive graphical capabilities and memorable key story moments. The Diablo series has always been known for its deep lore, and Diablo 4 continues its tradition by delving even deeper into the intricate history of the world of Sanctuary. This greatly elevates Diablo 4's gruesome and at times engaging narrative, helping to flesh out the central tale of betrayal, vengeance, and the eternal struggle between light and darkness. In combination with the flashy, impressively directed cutscenes, particularly in the latter half of the game, the engrossing world building kept me on the edge of my seat. However, one area where Diablo 4 falls short in terms of its storytelling is its heavy reliance on text-based dialogue. While accompanied by voice acting, the frequent and lengthy walls of text often felt overwhelming and lacked the level of engagement the cutscenes offered. This is especially evident when the game switches from high-budget cutscenes to really long text sequences. Considering Diablo 4's strongest aspect is its combat, being forced to read a novel's worth of text immediately after I've already watched a lengthy video is just not my idea of fun. While the lore and plotlines are intriguing, they often got lost amidst the walls of text, leaving me feeling very disconnected from the story. Outside of its narrative, Diablo 4 offers a vast open world for players to explore, packed with diverse landscapes and hidden secrets. Each region of the game world feels meticulously crafted and unique, from the desolate wastelands of the Dry Steppes to the lush and mysterious forests of Skosglen. Every area has its own distinct visual identity and challenges to overcome. The open world offers an impressive sense of discovery that is further enhanced by well-placed environmental storytelling. You'll frequently stumble upon intriguing lore tidbits and quests that immerse you in the blood-soaked world of Sanctuary that much more. However, the side quests you'll find scattered across this open world are unfortunately rather simplistic. They usually involve you venturing to a set location and either killing enemies, collecting loot, or locating a particular person or item. Ultimately, I couldn't recite any of the dialogue or story beats involved in a side quest, as they just aren't very memorable. While they do serve the simple purpose of earning experience points, they do little to elevate the greater sense of world building so expertly crafted in the game's central narrative. Of course, getting experience points is a core part of Diablo 4's gameplay loop. As with most Diablo games, characters require XP to level up and earn skill points via the expansive skill tree. Each class's unique skill tree is truly impressive, allowing for strategic decision making that empowers the player to precisely tailor their gameplay experience and overall character build. This customization element adds a wealth of depth and replayability to Diablo 4, as players can experiment with various builds and playstyles, switching up combat dramatically with each playthrough. If these sprawling skill trees weren't enough, Diablo 4, like its predecessors, features a Paragon system. This ostensibly acts as a second skill tree and is unlocked at level 50. For each level, up until level 100, you will receive 4 Paragon points, which can be allocated to Paragon boards. While the boards aren't as important or deep as the main skill tree, it is rewarding to continue unlocking new nodes and tweaking specific stats to truly perfect your build. This system is definitely for players who want to continue playing long after the main story, but with a lack of endgame content, it will be a tough grind. But more on that in a second. Replayability has always been a strength of the Diablo series, and Diablo 4 is no exception. The addictive loot system, combined with countless ways to customize your character, ensures that you will have ample opportunities to return to the world of Sanctuary. Whether it's trying out different character classes, experimenting with various playstyles, or tackling higher difficulty levels, it offers enough depth and varied content to keep you engaged for countless hours. Unfortunately, Diablo 4's endgame content, the stuff that's meant to keep you coming back again and again after the story is finished, is a bit of a mixed bag. On the one hand, Diablo 4 offers a significant amount of content to keep players engaged beyond the main story. You can repeat quests and dungeons to acquire better loot, which in turn enhances your character's power and capabilities. This aspect of the endgame provides a solid foundation for continued progression as players strive to obtain more powerful gear and tackle those higher difficulty levels. However, this content isn't particularly fun, and the endgame loop can become pretty repetitive as you find yourself retracing your steps and completing similar tasks multiple times. That said, Diablo 4 does introduce a few endgame activities that offer more variety, such as PvP combat and challenging world bosses. These elements do help break up the monotony to some extent, but ultimately it doesn't compare to the quests featured in the main story. While Diablo 4 can absolutely be enjoyed as a single player experience, it also offers robust multiplayer features that can greatly enhance your overall enjoyment of it. You can team up with friends online or join forces with another in couch co-op, allowing for shared adventures and strategizing together to overcome challenging encounters. The cooperative gameplay adds a tantalizing dimension to the Diablo experience as players can combine their strengths, coordinate their abilities, and tackle formidable foes as a group. Additionally, Diablo 4 incorporates social interaction elements through shared towns or hubs, where you can encounter other players and trade items, form parties, or just simply interact with them. Ultimately, playing with a friend or using external social platforms for finding parties is probably your best bet. The world map in Diablo 4 is simply enormous, and while it is great for players to be able to explore a sprawling world, I found it quite tiresome at times. Travelling from one location to the next, fighting basic enemies that are simply reskins of each other, felt needlessly dull. Mounts are available to help alleviate some of the monotony of travelling, but are unlocked way too late in the game for me to want to venture to the far ends of the map. Naturally, defeating enemies and leveling up is the main element of Diablo 4, but constantly travelling to places unknown without the ability to fast travel is just not the most enjoyable experience. While Diablo 4 generally provides smooth and lag-free gameplay, it is not without its share of technical issues. Playing on PC, I encountered screen tearing and random frame rate drops. Although these issues are frustrating for a AAA game, they didn't hinder my overall experience as much as the lack of offline play. Many games are introducing the need to constantly be connected to the internet in order to play, restricting people with poor or limited internet connections. Unfortunately, Diablo 4 follows suit and forces you to be constantly online, even if you're playing solo. There were many frustrating times when I was booted from the server, which forced me to restart my game and also navigate to where I was last located. Sadly, this forced requirement not only limits the game for players, but also means that you'll constantly need to be worried about disconnecting from the internet and losing your gear, or worse, losing your character entirely when playing hardcore. Furthermore, like a lot of modern games, Diablo 4 features poorly priced microtransactions. Even as someone who's happy to pay for additional cosmetic items in free games, bearing in mind this isn't a free game, I found the price of some items to be unreasonably high. For the most expensive and best looking skins, it will set you back $20. This feels absurd considering you just purchased the game for $70 and a battle pass system is being introduced next month. Salvaging unused weapons and armor in game allows you to modify the look of your current items, but if you want your character to look cool, you'll have to fork out some real money. Ultimately, Diablo 4 successfully delivers a captivating and visually stunning action RPG experience. With its addictive loot system, engaging combat, and immersive cutscenes, the game caters to fans of the series and action RPG enthusiasts. However, it does fall short in terms of innovation, relying heavily on established mechanics and offering limited depth in some of its combat systems. The repetitive nature of the game, underwhelming endgame content, costly microtransactions, and the need to always be online can also diminish the overall experience. Nevertheless, despite these shortcomings, Diablo 4 remains a highly enjoyable game that offers a wealth of content and endless possibilities for character progression and customization. For fans of the Diablo series and those just seeking a fast-paced and loot-driven action RPG, Diablo 4 is a must-play, even at its full AAA price point. Its flaws are overshadowed by its strengths, and with the potential for future updates and content additions, Diablo 4 is poised to grow and evolve, offering even more compelling experiences in the world of Sanctuary. The game creator is giving Diablo 4 an 8 out of 10. Be sure to stick around for more reviews just like this one.